showdown we have in store. It's the Syracuse Orange and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, catching up with Clemson's head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hits inside. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Out wide left, it's Russell. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. They'll give it to Johnson. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. To the air, it's Odom. Throws to the tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals.
Caught, and he's got room. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cuse.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking for space, it's Davidson. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. He's got enough. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Drives inside. Got a little grass. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
On the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I...
Touchdown, Clemson! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. Extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Long way to go on second down. Scanning the field, it's Odom. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Russell. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense would be in a really good position all game long.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Johnson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down coming up. The give to the back. Hard running there. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Odom. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. On to attempt the try. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, and make plays for the quarterback.
Number 47, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They think there's room to run to the right here. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th. Sees a crease. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Had to force that one.
I'll tell you what, it's so nice to speed that clock up with the quarterback. Hit him early, hit him often. Those shots start to add up. That thing comes out all over the place.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Johnson. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And you want to sneak those draws in there when the defensive line gets over-aggressive and runs upfield. Jesse, they didn't do it on that play.
No, nice job staying in their gaps. Offense was in shotgun. The offensive line was pass setting. They were trying.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air, it's Odom. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Extra rushers coming, but he gets it out of there.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. The run inside. It's Johnson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They They give it back to him. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The handoff to Johnson. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick give. It's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Burrows. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Left side is Davidson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Under pressure. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Heaves it deep. Touchdown, Tiger! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Sees an alley. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's the Owls with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. And now back to your game in Death Valley. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I checked in with the Orange head coach at halftime. This is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Right back to it. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Has it. Flying the friendly skies.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Pulls it, fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And how about this offense? What are you thinking as a defense right now? I'm thinking pass, pass, bringing in guys, making sure I stay deep, playing for the pass, and they run the run right at him. Kind of catch them off guard, get the big yardage, big play, first down for this offense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Odom. Rush right in his face. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it down the right side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. I guess an optimist could say it's still 1st and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. They'll give it to Johnson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Making the adjustment. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Oh, pressure's coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Nice play to knock that one down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
From the gun, it's Davidson. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this team.
Goes high to pull it in. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. To throw, it's Odom. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you to create a negative play.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Let's send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Drops back on first down. He fires to the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Sends it back in motion. Hits the hole. It's Davidson. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Going to the run, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Making the adjustment on the play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Odom. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here. In the fourth quarter, you're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense right now is pitting their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it along the sideline. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. Hits inside, it's Johnson. Past the 6. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Russell. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Syracuse right back at it. Second down, gonna throw it. Look out! He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Syracuse, 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right side, it's Moore. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Running inside, it's Johnson. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Second and long here.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
To the air, it's Odom. Just got rid of that one.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Snapped it, he has to have it. They're all over it. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Trying to get started. Slips through the line. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Coming into